Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and it seems like you guys are tackling very much so the Disney wallets, the Disney banks, because you're not going to see their movies, which is good, but you need to do more. You need to what I would call hit them where it hurts more, where like not buying their not buying their tickets, uh, not buying their tickets, not buying their amusement parks, all that stuff. You need to stop cold turkey on everything because that is just the reality of things that you just need to do, obviously, to really bring down Disney, which you are doing. But that doesn't stop the fact that like we still have people, and I do know there are still conservatives, still people that I see on my side of the things as well, that or view my side of things that they are the ones that are still buying this stuff, and this is the issue. But we're still making big strides because a lot of them are not doing super well. Another Disney box office disaster. Strange World only grosses 18.6 million in opening weekend, described as massive financial flop. Now, okay, so we're going to do this. That underperformed expectations from box office tracking website Box Office Pro. The site back at the end of October, the Strange World will gross between 20 million and 30 million in its opening weekend. Those predictions were adjusted downward ahead of the Thanksgiving weekend to 15 to 25 million. So they got in between their actual lowest bargain because they didn't think it was going to do as well. So their first was beginning at 20 million, and the lowest was 20 million at the start. And their highest was 30 million at the start. Then they had to predict it downwards because they didn't think it was going to do as well to 15 to 25 million. It only got 18 million. So it did better than their lowest expectations or predictions, but it did worse than their high expectations on their lowest end part of it. That's really, really, really bad, by the way. That's what we call a catastrophic failure. When we have a prediction and you expect it to make it this much, but then you're like, oh wait, no. We should lower our expectations because it might actually make worse than that. And you still barely beat your lowest criteria for your lowest expectation. That's incredibly bad. Now, we have more that not only did the film fail to meet original expectations, but it reportedly has a production budget between 135 million and 180 million. I'll be going over a difference between anime and this in a future shortly. Deadline's Anthony D'Alessandro reported Strange World cost 105 million before P&A. Meanwhile, Variety's Rebecca Rubin reported the 180 million budgeted Strange World is poised to be another money loser for Disney. That means the film has to make between 335 million and 450 million to break even. All right, guys. So that's a massive loss. That's not even that's pretty much going broke. That should probably tell you firsthand that maybe you should just not do it. And that just means that people are not going to go see it, and the only people who are going to buy it yourself is the woke people, and they don't really have the money to go see it. They want to scream and yell, but they don't really have the money to do so. So, we're going to do a few comparisons here with anime and how much their budgets are, and how much they make in general. So, we have Resurrection F, which their budget here was 5 million. Now, of course, we can go and see here. This was the 5 million, and now we have Dragon Ball Super Broly, which a bit more increase with 3.5 million more, which with their budget is 8.5 million for this movie. And we'll have here to where Demon Slayer, they made a whopping $506 million. God damn! And then you have the budget here being 15.75 million. But you're seeing a pattern here, guys, right? That a lot of these movies are not costing a high amount of money to make these anime movies. So majority of the time, I would say, unless the movie is completely garbage, they would essentially, for the most part, make what usually either break even, if not going way over their actual budget. So congrats. And I'll be honest, I don't know if Demon Slayer can beat their 506 million record, because that's a very, very high standard to beat for an anime movie. Well, 506 million for an anime movie in general is just, oh my god, insane. So when you go with stuff like this, is it's saying also we had Jujutsu Zero also making around 196 million as well. Now you guys are probably wondering, well, why didn't I show these other movies on some of the other movies or anime movies on their actual budgets? Here's the thing. I spent some time trying to look at their budgets, and the biggest problem that I found was was able to find their box office of how much they made, right? But for whatever apparent reason, either Japan doesn't want to list out their budgets or whatever, but they don't actually put out their budgets for a lot of their movies. So that being said, I can't really tell you their budgets without going a random assumption. So I can only tell you my assumption how much they would cost, and if I would say assumption, maybe between 8 million to 20 million, but that's my assumption, and I don't want to give you guys really inaccurate reporting if I don't actually truly know the budget of what it costs. But yeah, these movies don't normally cost a lot of money, guys. And of course, the Super Broly movie made 124 million. And their other movie, which is Superhero Rising, they made 93 million. So, and that movie, again, also does not have the budget being released. Some people are saying it cost 90 million, which is a huge problem, because that means they didn't even break even at all. They actually went down. So, yeah, there's stuff like that. So, if that was the case, then it was 90 million. But again, I cannot tell you guys if that was the true case or not, because there's no actual credible site sorted of how much money they legitimately used to make it. So yeah, these movies, most anime movies, do not cost a lot to make. And that being said, is that Disney spends an insane amount of money to make these movies, and anime movies don't even cost nearly that much. And anime movies are, as of, I want to say, technically last year, because Demon Slayer really put up the threshold. They really put it up to where where anime movies can actually prosper and even outrange a lot of Western movies. And that's the goalpost to where anime movies can aim, and they're reaching that goalpost slowly but surely. And these anime movies, I'm telling you, they're gonna beat a lot of these Western movies if Western America is not careful. He explains it was a film they didn't really market all that well. The marketing that they did do for this film wasn't really effective. I still haven't seen a trailer for this film, so I still have no idea what it's about. Yes, keep on with the cope. Yes, keep on coping. You add on top of that the talk and conversation about how they are pushing these characters, pushing LGBTQ+, whatever again, the acronym is now I don't care, he opined. They keep adding random things and just making things up as they go, it seems. Yes, well the thing is, majority of these movies and majority of these things that are this far left type stuff are not great writing, they're terrible, and they're only there to push a narrative rather than just wanting to watch a movie. And I'll tell you one thing for sure. Parents that go to watch a movie or whatever, the kids normally don't care too much. Because the thing is, kids don't understand anything between that. They go and watch a movie, it's a movie to them, and they just laugh or do whatever, and they don't understand. So, honestly, trying to put, gay or LGBTQ+ characters into the movies doesn't make any sense to them because they're kids. They don't understand at all. And parents are not going to go see something that obviously that they deem not good or not in regard as anything remotely beneficial to their child, so they don't go see it. So you can keep on with the cope, but again, like I said, the She-Hulk did not do well either. It did horrible, and neither did any of the other shows, which wasn't necessarily a movie, but it was a TV show, and they're not doing great. Even if that wasn't part of the story, the fact that this film that is featuring a brand new original, some original story came out over Thanksgiving weekend up against the third weekend of Black Panther, it's almost as if Disney wanted this film to do poorly. Probably. And They don't care. They just want to push the ideology, and that's being pretty clear. He then shared his own analysis, or rather, what I personally think is the truth, is they knew this film was going to be successful. So instead of putting it out on a weekend by itself to maybe give it the best chance of at least being the #1 film at the box office, they said, "Hey, might as well release it over Thanksgiving, where most people are out of school. That way, we could try and make some money off of this." Because ultimately it's going to be a pretty massive financial loss for the company. I don't think that's the case. I think Thanksgiving is where most families have the freedom to be off work and stuff and go and see a movie after Thanksgiving or whatever. I know a lot of the times when my family is together or whatnot, we'll make probably, especially even at Christmas as well, that we'll make plans to go see a movie if there's a movie out to go see. So families will go see a movie if they want to go see it, but that's just not the case. Your movie was garbage and they put LGBTQ plus stuff, and if they do know of that, they're not going to go see it in general. So stop with the cope. It's not that. Normally when people have a lot of free time or have the ability to go see a movie, they'll go and see it. Because normally what will happen is that you'll put the movie out, families will go either eat brunch for Thanksgiving, or they'll eat it at night, and then they'll go see like an evening movie or something. The families will do that, and you'll be quite surprised on how many families do this. So yeah, and we have this here as well, where Strange World to lose $147 million, while theatrical was best decision for Doom Toon, not Disney Plus, as Bob Iger takes over CEO from Bob Chapek. So yeah, it goes to stand that these movies are doing horrible, and it's thanks to you people as well. But I roasted you guys last video for rightly the same reasons. You guys are not going to go see their movies, which is hurting them badly, yes. But you also have to stop on what they're doing as well to purchase their tickets or anything else that they have. And I know I have family members that do so. They are the same people that will go out and buy these. Will buy the movies with their the DVDs or the toys or whatever for their kids or what have you, and that gives money to Disney. If you stop doing that, they'll cease to exist even quicker. So, my point still stands. You guys are hurting them at the movies, but you need to hurt them more than that. Stop supporting them altogether, and then they'll really crash. Alright guys, that's it for the video, and for today, because it's getting quite dark, and I don't really want to be making videos in the dark, unfortunately. So, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care.